Back, everyone. Hope everyone had a nice break. I was fixing my my chair. Hi, Fayus. How are you? Welcome back, everyone. Thank you for being patient. Hi, Kelly. How are you? No, I do not know Argenti. I have not met him yet. I've only seen his trailer. Thank you. You're a bundle of bouts of soon adventuring. Yes, it's almost time. It's almost time for adventuring. Everyone who is patiently waiting, it's almost time. Very exciting. It's a beautiful day outside, and Abigail slept so well last night. Oh, I'm so glad to hear that. I'm glad she slept well. It's always a good day when your baby sleeps very well. Always a good day. Hi, Moon Knight. Welcome back. Thank you. Really quick too, I forgot to mention it earlier, but if anyone is subscribed to me on YouTube, I did post a new short this morning, so I need to post it on TikTok still. I only had time to do it on YouTube really quick this morning. So if y'all missed that, make sure to go and check it out. Aww. The way I thought his name this whole time was Adventurine. It's probably because of the way that I say it. I have a... I feel like, obviously, I have a... I don't know, I say things kind of weird. I don't know, I pronounce them a little weird. So, like, for Adventurine, like, it does... I think it probably does sound like I add a D in between the A and V, but I know it's probably more like Aventurine. Aventurine. But it's hard for me to just say it like that, so it ends up sounding like Adventurine. It's kind of like the same thing with how I say Sephiroth, because I end up saying it like as if it's the S was a Z, so it sounds like Sephiroth, but I know it's Sephiroth. But yeah, I don't know. I don't know what that is. Just the way that I pronounce stuff, I guess. I don't know. Oh yeah, someone also mentioned that too with the way someone on TikTok mentioned that I say Zila wrong. Because it's probably supposed to be like Sela, but I say Zila. I don't know. I don't know what that is. Maybe it's something with the way that I pronounce things or what. But yeah, S's for me are weird. I just wonder too, because when I was younger, I used to have a bit of like a speech impediment a little bit. I used to stutter a lot, and it was always really hard for me to pronounce certain things. So like I just sometimes I wonder if that's kind of carried on in my adult life. Obviously, like I did get some what is it called? I had like a person help me with my stutter and the way that I pronounce things, but yeah. Speech therapy, there you go, yeah. I had that for a little bit because of my stutter and because of the way that I pronounce things. That's how they pronounce it in this game though. Oh, like Zila? Yeah, someone was like, it's not Zila, it's Sela. Maybe it's like, maybe like the correct German pronunciation is with an A?
Seele.
Oh.
Seele. Seele.
No, they say with a Z too. I have no fucking idea then. I don't know what that person was talking about. Sela? Oh, Sele. Okay. Uzila, it's probably the pronunciation of the E's. Sela is a German word and means soul. Yeah, I just saw that when I went to Google Translate. Alex was in speech therapy since he was 3 years old, and I'm glad we got the early intervention. It helped so much. Yeah. Yeah, I got it. I think I had a little bit of it when I was in middle school, but like my stutter used to be really bad. Like I used to have a very bad stutter. So I think that like, I don't know if it's sometimes apparent when I talk, but sometimes I do take like pauses when I talk to formulate my thoughts better so I don't end up stuttering. And then, yeah, I do use a lot of like, what are the words called? Like interjections in my speech when I add like or and stuff. Saying is the German way. Everyone else is saying it in the Chinese or Japanese way. They typically dub worse stuff. It's just a tomato. Ah, gotcha. Hi, Dizzy. Hi, Deepa. How are you? Yeah, I'm glad that he got that early intervention too. Because it does kind of, it sucks. It's just another thing that people, especially in like school days, like people make fun of, like kids make fun of it. I got made fun of for having a stutter. Ooh, that's another thing. I'm gonna start this, but like I wanted to mention something that my therapist and I had a breakthrough on, completely unrelated. But my therapist actually thinks that I have a learning disorder. So I'm actually getting tested for that. And obviously it's not going to do much for me in my adult life, but it's one of those things where I'll be happy to verify if that's the case. Like I'll be happy to have that information and that, I guess, closure of knowing that that's what I've struggled with, and it wasn't because I was like stupid. Thank you, Mystic. Working on your final project for class. Semi-lurking, but wanted to hang out because I missed you. Aw, Deepa, we missed you. I hope that the project goes well. Yeah, she thinks that I actually have dyscalculia, which for anyone that doesn't know, it's a math learning disorder. So like it's very hard for me to, it's kind of like, I guess, what's it called? Dyslexia, but with numbers, except it affects other things. Like, I actually didn't know this, but apparently it affects your sense of time and being able to read a clock. Like adding that with ADHD time blindness, like I'm like, wow, no wonder I'm absolute shit with time. Absolute shit. So it's so interesting to know that dyscalculia also affects your sense of time. Help that the speech therapist I had also had a son. Oh, just a huge help. I'm proud of you. Look at that. Oh, thank you. Star, you have dyscalculia? It pairs so well with your, oh, and you have dyslexia as well? Yeah, I didn't realize too that like if you have ADHD, like you're more prone, or you're more likely to have a learning disorder as well. So, yeah. Saying your R's, that, and it's so frustrating for them. I hope that it is something that you have, that you're able to find comfort in that explanation. Yeah, I think it would have changed a lot for me if I had, like in school, if I had known that that is possibly something that I have. But I will definitely have that answer once I take my assessment. Pronouncing their R's and all, the spelling bee, yeah. Can't write English papers. That's why it was really frustrating for me growing up, because there are certain subjects in school that I excelled in. Like I was, for the most part, like I did like to learn. I wasn't the best student, but I also think that that is because I just sucked at focusing. Like I could not focus. I could not sit still in my seat, and I just could not sit there for an hour in class if it wasn't like something that was interactive. So it was really, really hard for me in school, but I was still in like, I was in like AP English and AP history classes. I don't know if like AP is something that, I don't know, is available outside of like the US, like available as in like if it's the same outside of the US, but basically AP classes are like above honors classes, so they're like advanced placement classes. So I was completely fine in those subjects. I wasn't like stupid, but math was always something. Like I had tutors, I had multiple tutors. I did summer workbooks. I went to like crash courses. I tried to study, but math was something that I just never got. Like my brain cannot compute, literally. People who do mental math, I sit there in awe because I'm like, how did you figure out that in your head? Because I can't picture math problems in my head. I've talked about how I have a very like vivid imagination where I can picture like certain things very vividly, like in color and in like high definition, but numbers, I can't do that. Like I can't picture like how people are able to like picture the problem in their head and then you move like the thing. I can't do that. Like I don't know how people are able to do that. ADHD sometimes tends to go hand in hand with dyslexia and dyscalculia. I suspect that's why I struggle so much with math. I also have ADHD, just a very fun soup to realize you had later in life when it could have been cool to know back when I was crying over time to math quizzes. Right, Stara! One of my students has that trouble. Eric can't pronounce his R's. Unfortunately, his name is, oh no. Have an answer for that? Oh yeah. Dyslexia, I never got a formal diagnosis, but I think it would have been nice to know as a kid. Taken out of those classes, the homework load was too much. Oh, they have advanced courses. Okay, I just wasn't sure if like they were called AP or if they were called something else. How did I birth such a mathematician? Right, like Mallory and Effigy, so good at math. Mallory is like really good at math. I'm just really glad that like, because she's diagnosed with ADHD as well, I am very glad that didn't affect like, you know, Mallory's ability to do math, because I feel like with math too, I'm not sure with dyslexia because I don't have that, and I haven't had any like struggles with reading or writing like I do with math. I imagine it's similar, but it just kind of makes you feel inadequate when you can't do, especially like basic math. Like when people are like, oh, you don't know what, like you can't answer 8 times 3 in your head. Like you can't figure that out. Like you don't have that right away. I'm like, no, I don't. And in fact, I can't even picture in my head that I have to use my fingers. So like what I end up doing is when I'm trying to figure out a basic problem, like 8 times 3, I literally use my fingers and I try to figure it out. So I count 8 3 times on my fingers. Like that's actually how bad it is. And I've tried to memorize my multiplication tables, and it doesn't ever click for me, no matter how many times I try to memorize them. So that's like how bad it is. When somebody is trying to explain, or like when, for instance, when we go out to eat and I have to calculate the percentage for a tip, I can't do it. I don't understand how it works to calculate the percentage for like 20% of the bill. I can't do that in my head. I can't even do it on paper because I don't know how people get to that, despite being taught that in school. So I have to, I used to carry this little card with me that would give me the percentages of a bill. So I could just look at it without having to figure it out myself. And yeah, any job that I had in my early 20s, I avoided having to do anything with math. So like if a job required me to be on a cash register, I wouldn't do it because I didn't want to embarrass myself, and I didn't want to get fired for miscounting the register at the end of the day. So hey Think, welcome in. The addition, yeah. See, I don't, when people say, oh well, you can just, you know, like multiplication, division are easy because they're like the opposite of each other, or, you know, use addition, like those basically, like that type of problem solving when it involves numbers, it just gets so messed up in my head. Like I said, I can't picture numbers very well in my head, like when it comes to problem solving with numbers. Like it's very, very difficult for me. If like I don't know, it's, yeah. Another thing that I struggle with too is dates. I know there was a big joke in here that I forgot my anniversary with Effigy despite being married for a very long time. But dates are very difficult for me. I have a really hard time remembering certain dates. And it's extremely embarrassing when I get a date wrong, especially a date that's supposed to be important, because it looks like I don't care, which is not the case. Like, I feel extremely, extremely bad about it. And so, like, when some people make me feel bad for not remembering their birthday, or if, you know, like, that sucks. That sucks really bad, because, of course, like, I care about people immensely, and I never want anyone to think that I don't care about them, but dates are very hard for me. So, yeah, it didn't really click for me that that's probably not normal to not be able to remember important dates. Like, obviously, some people don't memorize, like, every single important date, but when it comes to, like, my anniversary, like an anniversary or things of that nature, it's, like, it's hard to remember. Unless there's, like, a number landmark. I don't know if this makes sense, but I'm able to remember some dates if there's, like, a landmark. So, for instance, I have a friend whose birthday is the day before mine. So I always remember when her birthday is because it's literally a day before mine. I remember this one girl's birthday who I'm not even close to because she has the same birthday as Rowan. I remember Artem from Tears of Themis. I remember his birthday because his birthday is a day before Mallory's. So, like, I can do, like, landmarks. Mystic's birthday, I remember because it's the last day of January. Like, it's things like that. Like, I need like, a landmark. It's so close to mine, right? I can't memorize my own phone number, so I have it written in my phone. No, that's so valid. I also struggle a lot with money, and it has given me anxiety my whole life because I hated going out to buy stuff. Yeah. Have known about it otherwise. She's really good at what she does and cares so much. Yeah, like, I mentioned, like, one thing, and I kind of talked about it a little bit, like, in something that happened, and involving, math, and she was just like, have you ever thought that you might have, like, a learning disorder involving math? And I was like, no. One of her sons has the same birthday as Abby. What? That's so cool! Get things confused when you have dyscalculia. I hate that people made you feel bad. Gonna beat them up after grades. Yeah, but anyway, I didn't mean to go on a rant about that. I just kind of wanted to mention, it's just kind of another one of those things where, if anyone out there, since we were kind of talking about, Wait, what the fuck were we talking about? I don't remember, but we were talking about some things, and I always mention my time blindness, and I didn't realize that it could also, that dyscalculia could also affect your perception of time. And when I read a clock too, reading clocks are hard. I can read, what are they called? Analog clocks, the ones that have like the numbers there, but when it comes to, I have to like manually do stuff in my head. So I have to look at the number, and I know it goes by 5. Like, I remember that. And obviously I was able to remember 5 for some reason when it comes to multiplying. So like 5, 10, 15, 20. So like I can do that, but I have to do it manually when I look at one of those clocks. So it's just interesting. Anyway, sorry to go on a big rant about that, but anyone who is struggling or who maybe is questioning if you also have something in regards to learning, especially math, because math, it just feels so demoralizing sometimes to not be able to do it, just basic stuff. It's something that you're not alone and you're not stupid. Don't ever let anyone say or make you feel like you are stupid, because you're not. Like, our brains just don't work like that. And I understand. And you're not alone. Thank you. Digital clocks. Okay. Someone has redeemed pronouns in chat. If you'd like to and you feel comfy, go ahead and tell us your pronouns. This is a way to help normalize introducing ourselves with pronouns. And if you're experimenting with new ones, it's a safe place to do so. Mine are she, her. Thank you. All right, let's continue on. Sorry, Luca. I'm guessing this is Luca here because he has the robot arm. So let's continue. This is, oh wait, hold on. Let me turn it up.
I mean, friends of
Shit, I can't turn it up here.
The champion of the 1,761st Fighting King Challenge. 30 tournaments, 28 victories. The Boulder King of Fists, Luka!
This is the man where I saw his light cone and I thought it was fan art.
Looks like it's over already.
I was so confused because I'm like, how is this real? Like, how is this?
Hey, Zila! And, you are?
Oh, we can't, like, we can barely hear. Shit. Well, it's fine. Reading is so hard, but I kind of have good remembering. You love math. Aw. Yeah, no, I get it. I can imagine. I can imagine when it comes to things like reading and writing as well, if you have something like dyslexia, that it probably feels very similar and it just, it sucks. All these people with normal clothes. Oh, and Zila and Luca. Yeah, they're so funny. Pleasure to meet you.
I forgot to introduce her. This is the Trailblazer. You must have heard of her before.
Were you here just to see my fight? I'm flattered. I just want a little fight in a cage. What you did was much bigger than that.
Luka! Luka! Luka!
Ugh, the crowd never gets tired, do they?
Do you want to head outside? It's a bit loud for talking in here. See you next time, everyone. There are sparks yet to fly.
Let me adjust the volume, please.
Finally. I think we lost them. Let's chat here.
You're popular as ever, champion.
Oh, are you still angry at me over that one time, Zila? I just got a bit carried away.
So you two had a fight. What are you two talking about?
Of course not. 2 senior members of Wildfire duking it out in the fight club? That would be bad form.
The mood was on fire that day, but the final match was over in just a few swings. Everyone wanted more, So in the heat of the moment, I just... Oh, come on. Don't hold that against me, Zila. I've always been impressed by you. I've wanted to spar with you for ages.
Ugh, I don't fight for fun. Stop getting your hopes up. Anyway, now that you've dragged us out here, what did you want to talk about?
Oh, yes. So I'm trying to get a plan.
Actually, I wonder if this will help. Plan?
Yes. More accurately, my personal training plan.
Okay, this is temporary
I want you to
fix.
join me in witnessing the next steps in the development of Luca, the Boulder Town fighting champion.
Whoa, hold your horses. Chief Oleg wanted us to come and cheer for you. He didn't say anything about becoming your sparring partners. We haven't got the time.
You can't hide anything on that face of yours. Oleg already told me that things in the underworld are pretty peaceful now. And even Wildfire's running out of things to do. Besides, look at this gal. You want in, right?
Who is his voice actor? Protagonist at your service.
That might be the weirdest thing you've ever said.
So that's a yes, right? I knew it.
Ugh, there's no stopping you once you've made up your mind. Fine, since she agreed, count me in too.
Great, that's settled then. The training is on Sparog's turf. I heard about your achievements. You probably know that place like the back of your hand, right? Just let me know when you're ready and we can head over together.
All right, now I can adjust the volume because, yeah. He's wearing a dog collar? I didn't notice that. Is he really? We can't adjust volume during scenes like these. It happened to me so many times. Yeah, it is really weird that we can't do it. Howard Wang, what's he done? How many vibration settings do you think his arm has? Why would he have vibration settings? Oh, okay, yeah, trigger warning for terminal illness. Oh boy, oh geez. Howard voiced an NPC in Farina's Quest in the oldest patch in Genshin? Really?
I have a bad feeling about this. Luca always does things on the spur of the moment.
He does seem very excited. He does seem very passionate.
Too passionate. Either way, it's classic Luca. I'm used to it by now. Still, when it comes to fighting on the front lines, you can put your life in his hands. There's a dozen of us in Wildfire who are still in his debt, not to mention ordinary underworlders. Ugh, that's a story for another day. I have no idea what he's up to this time. Ugh, we'll just have to wait and see.
I know? Wait, I know what? He voiced Ji Lian in Heaven's Official's Blessing. Oh, cool! For the things we do in the bedroom? With his why? Why? I don't understand why that like simply did not click for me. Like,
How about it?
I'm like, why?
Are you ready to head out for the special training?
Why would his arm need vibration? For like massages? Let's go.
That was fast. Let's do it. Keep up, Zila. Don't fall behind.
I don't need you to remind me. Let's go.
Can I just say that he's already giving me we get to use him? He's already giving me like Aries vibes. Howard got to cosplay as Luca like on his light cone? Really? You can call it a massage? Oh my god. I get it now. I get it. What does he do? What is this again? He's physical. Nihility. I literally just got him too. He's really cute. Okay, I still am not like very well versed in building teams, but I'm gonna put, since it sounds like maybe he would do well with possibly acting.
It's your call. What kind of dance do you want
I don't fucking
this
know.
time?
We're gonna try it.
This is Sparog's turf. Where to now?
Don't worry, just follow me. We need to find a mechanic called Cassidy first. I've hit him up before. This way.
If you look really closely at his outfit, you'll get very confused. Why? Okay, so I'm looking at his outfit. Oh, don't punch me. What the fuck? Okay. So what it's looking like to me is that he's got this like tank top thing. He's got like a tank top underneath his tank top, but the tank top the black one doesn't seem to have a back at all, or something, or it's like backless. And then obviously the gray one is, he's lifting weights? But what's really funny to me is, why is he lifting two different weights? Like, one of them looked like they were like, I don't know, like 10. This one looks like it's like 10 pounds or 15 pounds, and then this one looks like it's maybe like 35. Oh, because this robot arm, okay, that would make sense. If like, yeah, okay, that makes more sense. I was gonna say, why is he lifting two different ones? His tank top only has a front half. Like, I can get behind it being like backless. Like maybe it's backless. But then yeah, he's got this little like overcoat thing. with an interesting collar. He's funny. He is funny. He's very funny. Robot arms can't get any stronger from exercise. I mean, I guess I think about like Edward Elric and his arm, and like, didn't he still need to, I thought it still relied on like his muscle strength or something. It's been a while. Hi, Doro. How are you? Does a robot arm even need to lift weights? Like, I guess if it's connected to like his muscle, it's still reliant on that. Like, I don't know how it works.
Luca, you're finally here. I've been waiting for you for ages.
Because I was gonna say,
bro.
you can.
Oh man, my word. Not even stress out.
You can still lift weights and like have it work different parts of your muscle, but he's specifically doing dumbbell curls, which work your bicep here. Like, really, it's just an exercise that builds your bicep. So like, that's why I'm like, if he was doing like, for instance, dumbbell overhead lifts, then that would work your shoulders. So, which he looks like he still has, you know, obviously he still has his shoulder here. So like, that would make more sense, unless, I don't know, unless maybe it's not all of his arm. that's kind of the joke. Like it's kind of like a gym joke when you're doing dumbbell lifts, because really when you're or dumbbell curls, because it's not actually, you're not actually strengthening anything, I guess. You're just building like the look of this muscle by doing dumbbell curls. So if somebody is in the gym doing a shit ton of curls, then you know that they're just kind of like like there's other exercises that you can do if you're trying to build your arm strength. How was my Disney trip? I didn't actually go to Disney. I went to a show. It was like a concert at our like local theater. It was like several Broadway stars that have starred in Disney Broadway musicals, and they covered a bunch of Disney songs. So the original Elsa from Frozen on Broadway, Nala, the first Moroccan Egyptian Jasmine, and I forget the guy, what the guy did. But yeah, they covered like a bunch of Disney songs. He doesn't only work one side of his backside muscles for support. Yeah. They should have had him doing some back exercises. Like some dumbbell rows, or what are they called? Rows that works your back. All right, sorry, didn't mean to interrupt him.
And these two are... Oh, Miss Zila! To think that two senior wildfire members are concerned with my trivial problems.
They just came along to help. Don't mind them. Just tell us exactly what happened.
Came along to help, huh?
Okay. This may sound strange, but I'm an amateur mechanic. I like collecting scrap in my free time, doing odd jobs, like putting robots together, that sort of thing. But a few days ago, two of my robots suddenly disappeared. They were my pride and joy. I usually leave them in the tent when I head out. Everyone in the settlement knows each other. This has never happened before. Someone must have set their sights on my robots and stolen them while I was gone. I just don't know how they managed it. Did they change the programming? Oh, but that's not possible.
Maybe they just went out for a walk together. Why isn't that possible?
It's not impossible. I just don't think there's anyone in the settlement capable of something like that.
I see. Two robots. Do you have any clues? Any reasonable guesses? We need to have an opening to start the investigation.
Not really. But here's the most mysterious part of all this. One of the machines they stole was a drone. I call it Little Faye.
Little Faye?
Little Faye has an alarm that buzzes non-stop as soon as any unauthorized people get close. It's guaranteed to wake up the entire settlement. But I didn't hear Little Faye's alarm at all. I still can't figure out how that happened.
Maybe it stopped working. Maybe there's a true robotics master in the settlement.
No way. Little Faye was ship-shape, not a hitch nor glitch in sight.
A drone that was supposed to sound an alarm suddenly went silent. Worth remembering. Anything else?
Let me think. Oh, there is one other thing, but I don't know if it's useful. Little Faye also has a tracker. If it gets too far from Big Ben... Oh, Big Ben is the name of the other robot. If there's too much distance between them, Little Faye will automatically start
Little
routing
Faye
and fly
and
to
Big
Ben's
Ben.
location.
But isn't Big
That's
Ben
all,
like
I suppose.
a clock?
I tried to find clues myself, but I don't know where to start. This job needs real professionals.
Mm-hmm. Cool. We've got this. Don't worry, bro. We promise we'll find your robots.
Hey, how can you be so
Don't
sure?
worry, bro.
Trust me, Zila. Don't worry, Cassidy.
Oh, it
Wildfire's
is,
on the
okay.
case. You just rest up here and don't let this ruin your day.
What was that all about? You're 100% certain we're gonna find those robots for him?
Slow down, Zila. Listen to my analysis first. It's a big job to steal 2 robots without anyone noticing, especially when one of them has an alarm. I'm guessing that our thief friend never even took little Faye.
You mean...
I think the thief knew that little Faye had an alarm, so they decided to break it. But they also knew that Cassidy could fix little Faye and use its tracker function to find Big Ben. The thief must have tossed the broken drone somewhere and only made off with Big Ben. Hey, why are you both looking at me like that? Say something.
Well, hold up. That sounds sus. You didn't do it, did you? Yeah, like, I feel like he was very specific about what happened. What do you think, Zila?
I think Luca's analysis makes sense, provided there was only one thief. So, you do have a brain somewhere in all that muscle.
I'm not just biceps and steel, you know. Well, if you all agree with what I said, let's go prove it. Missing drones are a bit of a regular occurrence down here. Come on, move those legs.
Luca, do you often find stuff for other people?
Seems like it.
It has a
Kids
brain.
always come to me when they lose stuff.
No wonder.
Man, this area is so run down. I wouldn't want to live here.
The people living here don't want to either.
Right.
They've
What?
got no other choice.
We can change that, right?
Oh, okay, that's sweet.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, why would you say that? Man, I wouldn't want to live here. It's so run down.
Oh, look, there's a drone over there. But how can we tell if it's the one Cassidy lost?
Here, look. Someone deliberately scratched off the paintwork. Didn't even do a good job of it.
Oh, you're right. You've got a good eye, Zila. Whoever did it must have been in a hurry. We need to fix this little guy up. Can you lend a hand?
Big Ben, what people call the famous clock in London, you see in Peter Pan and Kingdom Hearts, though technically Big Ben is the name of the bell that rings. Yeah, I was gonna say, like, I remember it fondly from Kingdom Hearts and fighting that fucking boss. Although, out of all of the secret bosses in the first Kingdom Hearts, the Big Ben boss was not as bad as some of the other ones. Some of the other ones were terrible. Oh, this is kind of... There we go.
Done! The little one can fly again.
Beep, bing. Little Faye, reinitialization
Beep, beep,
complete.
He doesn't seem to have a
really
filter
found
for his
it.
thoughts.
Pretty lucky if you ask me.
Scanning for signal from Big Ben.
Oh, listen. That must be the tracking system Cassidy mentioned.
Signal not found. Big Ben is currently too far away from this unit. Tracking function must be enabled.
It really does have a tracking function. Let's see how useful it is.
Findy is the best. Wait, really? Deepaw, you're a fan of Findy? The quest objective is to put Peter Pan in his put Peter Pan in his place. That's fucking Peter Piper picked a bunch of pickled peppers shit.
Hey, it's flying away! Follow it!
If Findy showed up again, I'd destroy my computer with my bare hands.
Fellow
Yeah.
over there is acting pretty...
Like, I could not believe that
Hey,
Findy showed up again that
friend.
one day. I was like, we are not here
Who's
again.
there?
Red ribbon? Wildfire? Huh. How did you... I'm doing just fine. No monsters around here. Why don't you, go bother someone else?
Shying away from honest work, indulging in petty crime. Of course you're doing just fine.
I'm not sure this falls under petty crime, Zila. That whole robot he's got next to him. It's Big Ben, all right.
Hold on a second. Who told you the name of this robot? Don't tell me it's...
That's right. Cassidy sent us here. Hand over what you stole, or be prepared to face the fist of a champion.
Fists of a champion, huh?
Fists of a
I've come this
champion.
far. I won't be able to show my face around here if news gets out. Do your worst. Big Ben, let's get him.
Going all the way, huh? Enough talk then. Luca, let's get him.
I was thinking the exact same thing. Here, let me punch some sense into you.
Sounds like something Ito would say. Oh, I like that he puts his hand on his hip. That's so cute. I had a hard time against the secret boss in Kingdom Hearts 1, but the worst secret boss has to be the boss in Kingdom Hearts Birth by Sleep. Oh, I know which boss.
There'll be curtains, friend.
Boss you're talking about. I know exactly which boss you're talking about.
Out of
Ill tidings manifest.
it. Give it up. You're no match for us.
I think I ended up using a
Turn back now.
Guts.
there
Time
was
to
a
end
an exploit that you could do, or like a bug you could do to beat that boss, because I was like, I'm not beating this boss in a fair way. It's not happening.
It too shall fall.
Krez. You didn't hate Findy?
Spare
It
me,
just got really annoying
please.
for me.
All of you, I shouldn't have stolen anything.
I would like
admit.
Findy
Give me
better
a
if he
second
had a
chance.
Samuel L. Jackson voice.
You're admitting defeat? What happened to all that bravado you had a few moments ago? The Multimerville warrior. The peerless Boulder champion. Upholding justice and peace once again.
You know what? He is giving
Nice.
me Ito
Our
vibes.
thieving friend surrendered, and Big Ben looks to be in one piece. The first step of the champion's training is complete. Huh? Why are you two so straight-faced? Can't you look a little happy?
The Multimerville warrior.
Yeah, I
Multimerville
was
warrior.
gonna ask. What was all that supposed to be?
No, that. Nothing, just a slogan. Don't take it too seriously. Let's get Big Ben back to Cassidy.
Fine. Let's finish up here. But I'm gonna put it out there. We're not gonna forget those lines of yours anytime soon.
Luca's gonna ask us to beetle battle. He's your baby. He would be elite. With a Samuel L. Jackson voice, absolutely. Wait, how did Luca say friend? Did he say friend like adventuring? Friend. When Terra gets tricked by every villain in the universe. I love Terra so much. I really feel for him.
Beep boop. Big Ben misses home. Big Ben wants to talk with Little Faye. Big Ben wants to play with Cassidy.
Oh my god! I thought he was gonna have a normal robot voice.
Go home. Go home.
I actually loved that.
Sorry, please. I've learned my lesson. I've
We were
reset
talking
its
about Birth by
systems.
Sleep.
It won't attack you anymore. Just get it out of here. Take it back to its owner. Ah, I can't stay here anymore. What am I gonna do?
See, maybe somebody did install the Samuel L. Jackson voice pack on him. Because seriously, why? His voice is so deep. I love it.
Big Ben! Oh, you're back!
You had a dream about us? What was it?
Cassidy. Little Faye. Cassidy.
I don't know how I can ever thank you, Luca, Sila, and Miss Outsider. My life can finally get back on track now.
See? I kept my word, right? Wildfire's senior members always deliver what we promise.
I've never doubted you, Luca. I'll remember this forever. Right? Time to take little Faye and Big Ben for a systems check. Until next time.
Yeah, go ahead. We'll catch up later. Ah, that felt great. Such a wholesome feeling to help other people, don't you think?
To be honest, I think you could have handled it yourself. You said this was the first step, right? So just how many steps does your training have exactly?
3. Just 3 steps. Trust me, it won't take too much of your time.
I thirst for battle. I care more about what I can get as rewards. I'm gonna say this one.
I like your spirit. Shame I didn't run into you sooner. Let's go. Next, we're gonna clear up all the fragmentum cronies still left in the settlement.
Huh? Fragmentum? But the settlement...
Wasn't affected by fragmentum, right? You're not wrong. The fissure here only recently opened up. Master Oleg got the intel from our network just yesterday. I asked him to leave this case to me. Perfect for the second step of our training, right?
Like master, like student. I admire your attitude. In any case, if this concerns the fragmentum, then there's no time to lose. Where are the monsters? Lead the way.
Way ahead of you. Follow me.
I was hanging out with Lori and she was showing me a video she took on her phone from when she visited Mystic last time. Mystic was dancing in the hallway of her new house and laughing, and both of you were really happy. The video was extremely wholesome. What? I don't remember if Mystic went to a lurk, but I really hope she sees that. Actually, I'm gonna screenshot just in case she's lurking because that is so fucking cute. Oh my god. That's the most adorable dream. I'm actually trying to remember if I did take any video when I visited her. I took pictures.
Luca, come clean with me. Are you here for some other reason?
It's just training, for real. It's not like you to be so suspicious, Sila.
I'm going the wrong way, I just know it. Oh, yay, Mystic got to see it. Yeah, Mystic is gonna be here too in, like, what, less than a month now? I'm so excited. Ah!
Say, how did you settle your beef with Sparog? Tell me the juicy details.
Ugh, it's a long story. I'll tell you later.
We're gonna,
There's so
maybe we'll
many
do
of
a
them.
stream this time,
Are
too.
you sure the fissure only recently opened up?
If Mystic wants
Our
to.
intel should have been accurate. Seems like
Or,
Boss
like, if we're both
Sparog
in the
must
mood
have let
for
his
it.
guard down. These guys are messing up his turf.
Enough talk. Let's clean up this area.
Strike first!
Maybe I'm psychic. Maybe. Yeah, we should recreate it. Oh, that was actually really cool.
Ill tidings manifest.
That's half the work. Destined for oblivion.
The punches decide.
Yeah, I'm trying to decide if we
Step out of it.
Destiny is apparent.
cuz like I have a bunch of things that we could do when
I'll see
Mystic
you
is here,
off.
but I think that yeah, we could do like a either like a co-op stream or maybe we could do like a cooking stream, because I still need to do a cooking stream anyway, but like that might be fun too since we like to cook. Actually, what am I doing? Oh, I can't change. Oh no! I was trying to change to Acheron so I can like speed run.
Beneath the water,
You're cool with anything?
lies an endless abyss.
You're fine with whatever.
Don't get cocky. Will find you.
Let's see some sparks.
You and Prez handshake emoji. I'm fine with whatever. Yeah! Mystic is visiting next month. Less than a month now that she'll be here. I'm gonna have to be the alpha again. I'm happy to be the alpha.
No wonder these minions are so active. There's a big fella hiding behind them.
Not a big fella.
So this guy is the source of it all, right? If we take him out, the fragmentum activity in this area should subside for a while. And Trial 2 will be complete.
That's right. What's up? Starting to get into it, Zila?
It's been too long since I had a good workout. This will be a nice warm-up.
All right. We'll charge in once you're ready.
I just realized we didn't have a companion quest for
Just getting started.
for Zila, right? But I guess since she was like so prevalent in the main story, maybe that's the reason why. Thank you, Doro.
Better throw a punch.
We're
There'll be
trying.
curtains, friend.
We're trying to like make it so we visit more frequently. So we're gonna. I think we're gonna plan a special trip for next year for Mystic's birthday since it's a big one. No, I haven't done the museum event yet.
Receive divinity.
Ill tidings manifest.
Still waters of oblivion.
The dead return!
Nearly there. It's not gonna last much longer.
I'll deal the final blow.
Oh, cool! That was like a planned
Ooh, that was a tough one.
final thing.
Good
That's
teamwork,
cool.
guys.
I think that was my first time seeing
Luca,
that in a companion
is
quest.
that everything?
The Multamerville Warrior. The peerless Boulder Champion.
Oh my god.
Defeater of evil throughout the world.
Are you okay?
Defeater of evil throughout the world? Is this some kind of performance art?
Why are you so hyped? What's going on?
It's just a normal victory celebration. No need to be so alarmed.
You call that normal? I might have let it slide if it was in the cage.
No!
On second thought, no. That was cringe even by Fight Club standards.
No, not Zila calling it cringe.
Don't get so worked up, Zila. I'm thinking clearly. Plus, didn't we just get rid of another major threat to the underworld?
I feel like Zila would call me cringe.
True, but quit changing the subject. This new routine of yours is just...
Don't worry. I promise you, it'll only last till the end of my training. Actually, have I been making too many promises today? That's not a good habit. Anyway, there's only one more step in my training plan. Come on, guys, help me wrap it up.
I guess we're in too deep. Better let it run its course. So tell us, what else is on the schedule?
The final step in this training is to challenge Boss Sparog.
Noise, count me in.
Are you sure you're thinking clearly?
Whoa, stay cool, Zila. Like I said, I'm thinking clearly. Every word I said is serious. I set this as the final goal of my training a few days ago. Think about it. Is there any underworld opponent worth challenging more than Boss Sparog?
Like, why is Sparog taking strays?
No, I can't agree to this. You're asking for trouble. Forget about winning or losing. The relationship between
Like, he really
Wildfire and
said,
Sparog
I want to
only
beat that
just got
robot's
patched up.
ass.
I'm not gonna rile him up. Don't make this more complicated than it is. I'm just inviting him to have a fair fight with me, like how you'd have in the cage.
Are you mad? Sparog is a robot. He doesn't understand the rules of a cage. He's different from us. His fists are made of steel.
That means we're evenly matched, right?
Good point.
You know what I mean. Don't act smart with me. You don't make any sense.
I understand what you're saying, Zila. But you know, I'm a fighter. It's my duty to keep training and get stronger. It's a terrible feeling to have a powerful opponent in your head, but never be able to get close to him. It's all thanks to your patching things up with Sparog that I'm able to have this opportunity now. I'm not gonna miss it for the world.
Let him do it.
All right, fine. We'll go find Sparog and have a
Real
nice chat with him.
Rottweiler energy.
Let me say this first. If he doesn't want to deal with you as a challenger, then we're getting out of there ASAP.
Don't worry, I'll convince him. But you're right. If he's not in the mood for it, then I won't force him. I haven't really worked with Boss Sparog before, so please, lead the way. Let's go.
He's really funny. Like, he's a really funny character. He does remind me a bit of Ito. Little bit. I feel like Ito definitely has, I don't know, it's hard to top, Max Middleman. It's hard to top Max Middleman because, like, he's so good at portraying, like, himbos. So, but they're similar. Bro thinks he's a Shonen pro tag. I think that Luca should have his own anime. I'd watch it. I've heard people say Ito's very easy to top.
Luca, you...
What?
What's up?
Never mind. I get the feeling I'm wasting my breath.
He's just a silly guy. Puppy energy, indeed. Oh,
Have you talked to Oleg
poll.
about going to see Sparog?
That's all you want to ask?
Who'd beat
I don't
Luca's
necessarily
booty?
tell Master Oleg
Branya?
everything, you know.
Pom-pom! Can you I'm guessing you can cheat in this poll. If you are on your web browser, you can actually vote on the poll. It's at the top of chat. Feel free to do so. I love it. Cheats are on! Oh, actually, before I continue, it just turned 3. I'm gonna go grab my adult Lunchable real quick. So we will continue on right after I go grab it. I'm gonna eat it on stream, so I'll be right back. Okay, we are back. Ooh. Adult Lunchable, yeah, Effigy made a bunch of them for me last night. So this one has some meat, some cheese, some crackers, and some cashews. And then I also got carrots, because I wanted some carrots. D tier, yes. I was born in a Longpo city, but we had to evacuate because I was born in '89, and Mount Pinatubo erupted in, was it 91? 91, I think. So I had to evacuate.
The Trailblazer, Zila of Wildfire, and...
Hey! In honor to meet you, Boss Sparog, I'm Luca, a senior member of Wildfire, just like Zila.
Accessing backend database. Querying. Query complete. Luca. Born in Maltamerville, winner of the 28th Bouldertown Fight King Challenge, beloved student of Oleg, acting chief of Wildfire.
Oh, wow, impressive! Thank you for saving me the self-introduction.
Luca of Wildfire, what is the purpose of your visit?
Straight to the point, just the way I like it. I'm here to challenge you, Boss Sparog.
Challenge. Intent unclear. Outsider, Zila of Wildfire, can you provide an explanation?
I love that he's like, what the fuck are you talking about? Just accept.
Hey, why are you fanning the flames?
Clara? Leo!
He's the one who came up with this idea. It's up to you to accept it or not, Sparog.
Yep, it's not that complicated. I just want to go a few rounds with the one everyone agrees is the most powerful in the underworld and see where I stand. What do you say? Are you interested?
Evaluating. Intention unclear. Enmity level 0. Lie detection passed. Evaluation completed. The opposing party only came to spar. I agree to fight you, Luca of Wildfire.
Huh? Hold on. You agree?
If weapons and gun barrels are unused for prolonged periods of time, the risk of rust damages increases. Periodic use will reduce such risk and extend the life of these components.
What? That's the worst excuse I've ever heard.
See, I told you I could convince him. You could be our referee, Zila. You know the rules of the club, inside out.
Fine.
I love that
get it.
Zila is just like,
If you insist.
she's like so over it. She's like, what the fuck is going on?
Competitors, take up positions.
My mind not here when Sparog is on screen. I agree to fight you. He's gonna beat your ass, Luca. Yeah, beat my. Not that. Lauren, Emily, congrats! That's awesome. The Lori origin lore, yeah. I know, I love that Clara won that. I love that. Perfect.
I'm ready, Sparog. We can start anytime.
I too have a question, Luca of Wildfire. How did you acquire your mechanical arm?
I'm honored to be one of the things in the underworld that even you don't know about. This arm? Well, it's not that exciting. It's all because I got distracted in a defense campaign. I can't even remember the date of that fight. More importantly, it was only after losing my arm that I found the meaning of life. What it really feels like to be alive. That's why I'm standing here right now, to feel alive. And also for everyone who put their hope and faith in me.
Excellent answer. I will treat this challenge seriously, Luca of Wildfire.
In the blue corner, Sparog from the robot settlement. Are you ready?
I love that Zila's
Ready.
getting into it now.
In the red corner, Luca from Maltamerville. Are you ready?
Whenever you are.
Okay. This is a no-holds-barred contest. 1 round only. Victory will be declared when one contestant submits, or the fight is stopped by the referee. All right. Fight!
Let's see some sparks fly. I'm just getting started.
Oh, we're fighting him by himself. Okay.
Don't get cocky now. Ha! Finally! An opponent that can take the punches head on!
Oh.
A powerful strike, but not enough to break
I was
my
gonna say, I think
defenses.
Luca's gonna get his ass beat.
That's why they call you Boss Sparog. How about this? Need a hand? My pleasure! Where's the applause? An opponent worth their salt. Let's see some sparks fly!
Purge initiated.
Okay.
Executing operation.
Gotta keep fighting.
I was gonna say, this must be scripted. There's no way.
Not bad.
Red contestant down. 10, 9, 8, 7.
No way. I'm a long way from tapping out. Let's go.
I don't know if this is,
Get cocky now.
Oh, okay.
Reinforcing. Analysis complete. Transmission blocked. Executing annihilation.
Where's the applause? An opponent worth their salt. Let's see some sparks fly!
Calculating result.
Now we're talking.
Executing operation.
Oh, he's so dead.
The winner has been decided.
Enough, Luca. Let's end it here.
No, it's not over. I must show you. Back in the ring.
Threshold.
Where's the applause? An opponent worth their salt. Let's see some sparks fly! Snap out of it.
You make a strong impression, Luca of Wildfire. I will remember this fight.
Thanks. But it's not over. Gotta keep fighting.
Yeah. He's very shonen protagonist. Absolutely.
I can't.
Luca of Wildfire, it does not matter why you came here. I acknowledge your strength. Your performance was enough to make me reevaluate the limits of humanity.
That's really...
Wake up! On your feet! Luca! Hey, Luca! Luca.
Aww.
Hey! Luca, you're up. You're finally awake. You've been out for the whole day. We were really worried.
Don't worry, Zila. Like I said, it was just the exhaustion. Sparog was deliberately holding back.
Oh.
Zila.
He was holding back. Oh no.
And Nat? I'm in the clinic?
Where else? You think we'd leave you on Sparog's turf?
Thank you all. I feel much better now. Sorry, Nat. I must have wasted your time.
Don't be ridiculous, Luca. Still, whatever your motivation was, I hope you can find a different outlet for it.
I'm not gonna let you off the hook that easy. There's more to this story. You need to explain what the heck got into you today.
Sparog hit pretty hard. That victory slogan of yours. Why did you insist on fighting Sparog?
That's on me too. I should have refused him straight away. I had a bad feeling from the start.
You're always so serious. I've said it before. This is my
Oh, slow down. You haven't completely recovered. Zila, don't pressure him. Let him rest.
Thanks, Nat. But I'm almost recovered. I have some things to do.
I have a question.
Hey,
It's probably
where
been
do you
answered
think
before, but
Let him go, Zila.
I really
Hold
don't
on.
get him.
so when it comes to the paths, do they choose that like willingly, or is it something that like is it something that's kind of like, I guess, given to them based off of bro is being a bit of a weeb? What? I kind of want to say it just to see what happens. Oh, it's what aligns with their personality. So it's not something that like, so they choose it basically. Welcome back, Camp. It's more like a moral path from what I understand. Okay. So they do essentially choose it though. It's not like giving them. Think of it like an astrology read. It's not unlike a personality test. Oh, okay. So is it something that, because I'm trying to remember since I started, is it something that like they're aware of? Like, are they aware that they follow the path of nihility? Or like for like Luca, for instance? You chose against Cocolia? Yeah. Not usually. The characters have their own powers. Only Pathstriders and Emanators derive powers from the paths. Okay. I don't think the in-game path is their actual canon path. Like for Natasha, it makes sense that she's on the abundance path being a doctor. We made a choice, go fight against our fate. Yeah. I think it depends on the character and the relation to their Aeon as well. Some choose their path, others just gain one from their general beliefs. I'm pretty sure the gameplay path and canon paths are different. Topaz follows preservation, but her game path is hunt. I know on the wiki on paths they detail the personality traits that align with their paths. Sparkle is a masked fool, but Harmony in game. So that's interesting because I always thought, or like at least from my understanding, I thought that their paths were something that they were essentially like knew of. At least the ones that are listed, like, you know, in game, like Luca being Nihility. So it's not really, so sometimes even if they're given a certain path, like by the game, for instance, it's not something that they are actually like following in the game. Canonically, it's just, is it just like hoyoverse trying to distribute certain paths to make it even or something? But yeah, like some of them actually work for their personality. She'd beat Luca's ass. Jing Yuan's game path is Erudition, but his in-game path is the hunt. Check Pathstriders, right. Sampo is Nihility in gameplay, but he's Elation in canon. A D&D warlock or cleric. Really? Oh, so it's really just like their, yeah, like their gameplay style. But there are some characters that canonically follow certain paths, but some paths that they have, that the game has given them, unless stated in like the story, are not always paths that they follow. It's just hoyoverse giving them a descriptor of their gameplay. Basically, like Black Swan would be remembrance, not nihility. Yeah, that can get so confusing a little bit because, yeah, like I'm like, Luca's nihility, but he certainly doesn't seem like, you know, like he's nihilistic, I guess, or like it doesn't really seem like his personality. Granted, I haven't finished his quest, so maybe there's something more there, but it doesn't seem very fitting for him so far. Paths are paths in the same way you can go down a road. Sometimes people go down a road purposely. Sometimes they use that road to simply go on with their life. That's the difference between those that choose to follow their Aeon and simply characters that end up aligning with traits coincidentally. I think canon also alludes at it being to personality too. Maybe it's just contradictory though. Like I remember in the dev stream they mentioned that adventuring is preservation is very fitting. Meanwhile, you had Acheron as a self-annihilator of nihility, which also makes sense. I think it's split between they chose this fits them. Hoyo just gives them random ones to meet the criteria. There are always mortals who intentionally or otherwise set foot on food. I saw that and I was like, foot on the paths ruled by Aeons. Those who do so came to be known as pathstriders that carry out the path's will. Ah, okay. I tend to just determine someone's path based on what they say. Topaz is one of my main examples, and same with Jingyuan. There's a version of nihility where you essentially fight against nihilistic ideals with the purpose of valuing life, so there's also that. Yeah, I know about that one because I remember they mentioned that one when Acheron came out. There's the, what are they called? I think Doctors of Chaos, I think? Because I thought that Acheron was going to be one. But they do have to follow the path of nihility, don't they? All the factions in the data bank have paths assigned to them apart from the Stellaron hunters. Oh. Okay, let me answer this.
What's that supposed to mean?
I had to. I was so curious.
If he never intended to explain anything to us, why did he drag us along? No, this is too weird. I'm gonna follow him and see what he's up to.
Is that really necessary? Keep me updated.
Of course. You're not too busy these days, right? I'll give you a shout if I need help. Luca didn't used to be like this. I just can't let it go.
If you must, Zila, try not to worry. I don't want to see you two fighting.
Don't worry, Nat.
Now that they've left, I have a favor to ask you. It's easy for Luca to get ahead of himself sometimes, but I've never seen him this headstrong. It does make me wonder. Could you ask Oleg how Luca's been recently? I haven't seen much of him lately. It's hard for me to get the full picture. Thank you. Regardless of what's really going on, I hope none of you let small things get in the way of your friendship. See you.
Okay, I mute when I'm chewing one of my crackers because I don't want to like obnoxiously crunch into the mic. I do believe it's 50-50 as a game construct and lore building. Yeah, that's kind of what I was curious about, because I was wondering if it was always tied to something lore related, or yeah, if it was like hoyoverse just being like, we need another preservation, or we need another another harmony, or whatever. So yeah, that makes sense. Although it does make it kind of confusing, doesn't it? Because if somebody isn't actually like canonically following that path, then if it's not related to their actual personality or their actual path that they've stated in the game that they follow, then it can be kind of confusing. At least from my perspective, since I'm still learning. A lot of paths also feel metaphorical in a way, different interpretations of what represents them, but also I acknowledge sometimes it's Hoyo being a little silly. There's lore stuff, but when the game first established the paths for characters, they basically used it to assign their team roles. Welcome back, Dolce! Excuse me. Yeah, I appreciate all of the responses, because, yeah, I'm still learning. They just need to do better at explaining that to us, that these things aren't always representative to the character. Yeah, because I did find it interesting, because when I was learning about some of the paths and stuff and the affiliations that some of the characters are involved with, I remember with Sparkle, and people were like, oh, she's Harmony, and I was like, that doesn't really make a lot of sense to me, personality-wise, that she's Harmony. I mean, I guess maybe a little bit, because aren't they, like, involved with, like, music or something? I guess it could work, because it seems like Sparkle's background is her tied to being, like, possibly, like, a method actor. But it's still, like, there's certain ones that just, like, didn't really make sense to me. So, like, yeah, another example, too, was Black Swan being Nihility, and she's actually Remembrance. So, like, that actually did confuse me, because I was like, oh. So, yeah. It's interesting. They answer every prayer of kindness. I think Natasha, when she shoots teddy bears, may very well be using Yashi the Abundance's power. In my head, Luca being Nihility makes a lot of sense, but at the same time, I don't know if it's ever established if he follows a specific path or if he's aware of the path he follows. Yeah, I mean, I still haven't finished Luca's quest, so far his personality is very, like, I'm gonna... Whoa, stop it! As of right now, he seems very passionate, very shonen protagonist. So, based off of what I know about Nihility, I'm like, this is weird. But let's finish his quest and see. Good timing. I still owe you a thank you. Thanks for getting the city back on track, Outsider. Before this place is completely handed over to the Silvermane Guards, Wildfire still has to oversee the Underworld's daily affairs. Feel free to speak up if you need anything.
Oh? My student. Did something happen recently? I was wondering why he didn't come to see me after the championship match ended. Come, tell me about it. That does sound a little strange. Luca usually doesn't push himself so far. Huh. He may be a tough guy on the surface, but he's got his secrets. Did he tell you about the origins of his mechanical arm? Ah, then he probably didn't describe the scene in detail. That was 6, 7 years ago? I was patrolling with some comrades in the neighboring town of Multamerville. We passed an ordinary mechanic's shop. There was a serious-looking fella looking after the shop. He was probably a few years younger than me, but but his hair and beard were white as snow. There was a young lad doing odd jobs. He looked pretty exhausted. Anyway, I convinced the shopkeeper to let him come with me. Luca was a fast learner. At first, I couldn't figure out if he liked what I was teaching him. Fighting, weapons, strategy, etc. He didn't talk a lot, just kept his head down. Then, about a year after I took him in, Luca lost one of his arms while rescuing townsfolk from the fragmentum in Multamerville. He almost didn't make it. He was unconscious for 2 or 3 days. I sat next to his bed, anxious and guilty. Guess what he said to me after he woke up? "Master, I feel great." He had bandages all over his body. Most of his wounds hadn't healed yet. But it was the first time he'd ever smiled at me. I still remember that expression.
He's very Tanjiro coded so far. And the moral of the story, guess that sums him up, huh?
Can't tell from looking at him, right? What I'm trying to say is Luca views other people's lives as more important than his own. That's how he's always been.
Oh my goodness.
So when he says stuff like, "This is for training," that's probably a lie. He's hiding something from you, all right? Anyway, I'm too old to be getting involved in this stuff. I'm sure you and Zila can sort this by yourselves. One thing I will ask, please try not to embarrass him too much, okay? He's the fighting champion of Boulder Town, after all. An idol for all the children. He needs to keep up that image.
Feeling really indifferent about Luca, and then I got to here and was like, how dare hoyoverse do this to me? He's very, yeah, oh. Haven't built him yet, but his companion quest gave me the nihilistic vibes. Interesting. Dev comment about characters' paths and gameplay are not reflective of their character writing. A dev said that? Sparkle might be every bit as flexible as a Trailblazer, and her Harmony unit just one of her masks. I really don't think Hoyo really cares about lore when it comes to assigning paths to playable characters, probably gameplay, business focused. The Aeons really have a superiority complex from the databank again. The Aeons usually ignore those mortals who walk upon their paths, but the infrequent glances they cast to be an improvement are enough to be highly treasured by their followers. I think it's something I really want to dissect on each character, but I have to wait for a silly day. Since she's our first memo, right? But like Sparkle says, I am elation in her trailer, so it's confusing. Yeah, no, I think that's exactly where it started for me, where I was like, I'm fucking confused. Because people were telling me that she was Harmony. I'm like, but she says she's elation. So yeah, no, I really think that's kind of where it started for me, where I started getting kind of confused about paths, because I'm like, what is going on here? Because I assumed that their path that they followed in the game, like when you look, that was related to, like, that was directly related to them as a character in regards to their stories. So, Oleg's explanation told me all I needed to know why Luca was Nihility. The path of the Trailblaze isn't a combat path, but they mentioned the kind of passive abilities it gives the express crew, being able to avoid sleep for days and being kept warm in the deadly cold in whatever clothes they like. Huh. No wonder he's ranked number 4. Oh. It isn't that deep. It doesn't matter because this is my hyperfiction. My brain is going brr. No, that's valid. The devs also said during development they changed Acheron's path to nihility. Them doing that though, like we already know that Acheron is their favorite child, so. Honestly, I don't think it's that complicated. That's probably my autistic brain talking. I think that being able to make connections though is really fun. I think thinking about it in depth is also very fun. But yeah, I think for me it was a little confusing because I take things quite literal. So it not being supposedly not being directly related to their canon path in game definitely fucking confused me. So like I was taking it very literal in that, oh, this is their canon path. But then yeah, like it started for me with Sparkle. And then I started seeing like other things like Black Swan being nihility when she's remembrance, and it's just like, and then yeah, like this quest too with Luca being whatchamacallit, I can't even, what, nihilistic, I forget, now I can't remember, my brain. Nihilism, yeah. His introduction, he didn't really give me those vibes. So, I got nihility. Why did I forget that? What the fuck? Congrats, Blade! She was always nihility, but says she's in an organization dedicated to the hunt. I like to think of it like there's more to the paths than meets the eye, especially when it comes to being a pathstrider. So if it's not obvious initially, it may become more understandable as you get to know a character over time. Yeah, that makes more sense for sure. But man, I think it just bugs me that there are some characters where that's clear, that's actually not their path. And then they're assigned a different path. And like, I get that it's probably hoyoverse being like, we have to make them this because we need another Harmony character or whatever. Like, I get that, but man, especially since, you know, like some of it is actually important in the story. Like people in Belobog follow preservation and those in the Shienzo follow the hunt. Yeah. Sparkle makes perfect sense. See, Sparkle didn't make sense to me because as somebody that's newer to the game, me learning about the paths and then her being Harmony and then her in her trailer saying I'm Elation, that's very confusing for like, you know, someone who doesn't have a full understanding of like how that works, I guess. So okay, come quick, I'm coming. What path do I think I'd follow intentionally or not? I think as of right now, I like the idea of like the canon Harmony, like what it entails in the story, absolutely not, but like the idea of being a support for for people, I like that. So it'd probably be Harmony for me, but not like the Harmony the family follows, if that makes sense.
You're here. Come on. He wasn't in a hurry, so we should be able to catch up easy enough.
Because it sounds like a cult, to be honest. But I like the idea of
there he is.
The support aspect.
Let's follow him. Stay quiet.
The bestie Harmony, yes. No! Oh, this is gonna be hell. I have to hide! All the year edition path characters being super smart. Then there's Argentine. There's something more there, I believe. That checks out since you got Branya on the quiz and she's Harmony. Yeah, I don't want to talk about being Branya on that quiz. That quiz really, that was something. There was a reason she wasn't Hunt, but I don't recall them saying that wasn't the plan, but she's interesting for sure. Wait, did you rewatch it and they said that? Because, I mean, even if they did actually change her, I feel like that wouldn't surprise me literally at all.
We didn't lose him. Quick, let's keep up the chase.
Because, we already know that...
This doesn't feel right. Hey, let's hide for a bit.
We already know that she's their favorite child.
Where's he going?
Oh my god, he went pretty far. Okay. You don't want to be in a chicken wing Colts. I know, that quiz was really good. I liked the second one a lot more because I felt like it was definitely... He's meeting with a Hook?
That's... a Hook? What's she doing here?
The moles are everywhere, so Hook was the mastermind behind all of this.
I can't tell if you're joking. Luca should tell her to go back to town. He's always worrying after the kid's safety. We've come this far. We can't let this kid ruin everything. Shh, she's coming this way.
Wow, honorary member, Miss Zil.
Shh, be quiet. You almost exposed us.
Why are you sneaking around like this?
Okay, this is funny to me because the fact that Hook immediately spotted us and Luca hasn't seen us.
Wow, that's so exciting.
We're gonna lose him if we don't hurry. Hook, run back to town. Stop hanging around here.
Okay. That's what Luca said too. I hope you two find the treasure.
Luca upstairs, just standing man emoji. We can't hide for shit, right? It was part of the writer's plan the whole time, thus the keep reading part, he says. Wait, they didn't change her path? They said that in the preview? The developers didn't really change her, they just read Xiaoji's plans for her to be a Galaxy Ranger and then had to do a retake when they saw the rest of what he was cooking. The harmony has thousands of variations, and Robin said that in her letter to Sunday, the harmony around Penacony seemed wrong somehow. Yeah, but the idea of the harmony, like, in my opinion, it just doesn't seem to fit Sparkle. So, yeah, like I said, I feel like at this point,
lose him.
Oh shit.
Quick, let's keep up the chase.
Oh, he was waiting. I feel like at this point, maybe some of it is up to personal interpretation too. I don't know. Why are you running?
This doesn't feel right.
Oh, shit!
Hey, let's hide for a bit.
That was so fucking rude. Oh! You hate this part. Like, I am just so bad at some stealth missions, so I'm...
This doesn't feel right.
Fuck.
Hey, let's hide for a bit.
It's working out so far, but... is scary. Sparkle Harmony of 1 with all her clones. Wait, what? What if she's Harmony for camp reasons? Wait, sorry, what does that mean?
Did he put something down? Let's go have a look. A case? For some reason, I feel like... Yeah, I don't have a reason. It's just a feeling. Then again, we followed him for ages. It'll be a waste if we don't see what's inside. I wonder what's in there. Here, let me open it. Is this a notebook? It looks like a kid's handwriting and some scribbled art. Have a look.
Mr. Luca. Hello. My name is Margie, and I'm from Multimerville too. I'm a big fan of yours. I've been sick since I was a baby, but I still dream of becoming a big star in the cage one day, just like you. It's a bit embarrassing, but I wanted my dad to give you this notebook. I wanted to tell you that you've inspired me to keep working hard and achieve my goal, even if it's hard to reach. When I become a fighter as awesome as you, I'm gonna do my best to help people in the underworld. I want to team up with my friends and help everyone together so they can smile again. I'll listen to their thanks and then yell out my winning slogan.
Oh no, don't say it.
The Multimerville warrior, the peerless boulder champion. Upholding justice and peace once again. Then I want to chase away all the bad things hurting everyone.
Now I feel bad for making fun of it.
I'll go with my friends and clear out all the scary monsters. I'll make the underworld safe, and then yell out my other winning slogan. The Multimerville warrior, the peerless boulder champion. Defeater of evil throughout the world. Lastly, I want to make life better for the underworld. Mom said there's someone called Sparog who keeps stopping us from going back to the overworld.
Oh.
So I'm gonna challenge that big robot and show him what I can do as a champion fighter.
He did everything that she wanted to do.
But Sparog is too strong. We'll never win. My friends are gonna all want to back out when they hear about this. But I know I have to be an example for everyone. I need to stick my neck out and go challenge Sparog on my own. Bam! Crack! Boom! It's gonna be such an epic fight, and then we'll reach a draw.
Oh shit,
Neither
I'm
of
crying.
us will be
Fuck.
able to win.
I don't have any more tissues!
Sparog will acknowledge my strength and be willing to listen to the Underworlders. So
I'm using a paper towel. That's
it'll
all
be
I
a
have.
happy ending. My friends will clap, and all the people suffering will be free. But all that is just my dream. I don't know how long it's gonna be till it becomes reality. I'm lying in bed sick right now. But as long as Mr. Luca is around, I won't be scared. I remember everything you said to encourage me. Before becoming a champion, I want to defeat this illness first. Then, I need to learn how to stand, walk, and exercise again. Until I achieve all my dreams. I hope... no. I believe Mr. Luca will support me till the end. Right?
Oh, please tell me she's still alive. He is doing this because she did this first. Because
Luca. I think I get it now.
Because she overcame
Maybe
it.
we should forget about all this. What do you say?
I kind of want to talk to him about it.
Me too. But maybe we should give him some time. Let's head back to town for today. Good night, Margie.
He really...
This haven of memories. Every touch, every moment is like a thorned rose.
What do you mean that's it? What do you mean? Oh no, I want more. No.
I've always lived in the underworld and never ever imagined. I just can't believe I can look at my home from this angle. Say, our planet really isn't that big, is it?
It's called perspective. This one is definitely not on the large side.
Oh, like how things look big when they get closer? I get that. You've been traveling for so long. Surely you've been to places way bigger than this. Don't laugh, but I used to hide in the storage room in my dad's workshop and go through old picture books. They were full of places I'd never seen before. Oceans, forests. I heard Yallo, Yarillo, right? I heard Yarillo 6 didn't used to be all snowy like this, and it had all sorts of landscapes and natural environments. They're totally magical to me. I'd never have imagined it myself. Maybe it's too unrealistic to wish it'd go back to the way it was, but it's good to have a dream, right?
Nothing is impossible.
Yeah, that's the spirit. I want to see some places with a little more get up and go, you know? Still, those places wouldn't be home. Case in point, I've only been here for a while, but I'm already kind of missing the taste of the underworld air.
I feel sick again. I know, it went back here and we got the ass-shaking music again. They hit you good and leave you on the floor. Like, I'm just trying to understand because, like, why did it end there? What is going, wow, I feel like things are taking a long time to load. Hi, Wisteria, hope work went well. Looking at the list of Nihility characters, their shared personalities are actually extremely unified. Gwynefen and Luca especially are exactly alike with their bubbly exterior and profound loss and sadness. See, I don't remember learning that about Lil Gwei. I don't remember learning that about her, just knowing that her background in streaming and stuff. He was basically doing her Make-A-Wish. Yeah, I didn't know that. Oh, it's in her character stories. When the size of your heart is as big as your biceps? Yeah. No, I'm glad now. What? Is it just me? Why is it taking so long to load? That's so weird. All that remains is pure white ash. Yeah, I don't know. Like, I'm... so glad he's your number 3. I like him a lot. I do. I have a serious weakness too, though, when people are nice to children. I feel like that is the ultimate test of character for me, is seeing how people treat children and animals. Ultimate test of character for me. Boarding the Express let me see my home in its entirety for the first time. I'll do everything I can to build it back up to restore the luscious and vitality it once possessed. I love him a lot. I love him a lot. I love him a lot. I know you like him. He's just the softest. I really, really like him. Yeah. I like him a lot. I think Luca and Gwen are one of those cases where their personality outwardly doesn't match their path because it's actually their backstory that ties them to that path. When I mentioned the nihility aspect of his character, I didn't want to elaborate because of spoilers, but I've always seen him touched by loss and death. He almost lost his life, and instead he got up and said, "I feel great." He redirected that pain towards those that are going through the same thing to make their life easier. Yeah. No, that makes a lot of sense now.
Why train daily when you could train twice daily?
I don't even know, like, I don't even have a team for him. I'm just... What? Since I don't even know that I didn't know I had his light cone. His fan art. I could even superimpose it. It's really good too. Luca was your number 1, still is. I have a whole team based around him. I really like him. Use him with Acheron? Yeah. So that works then. Like he works with Acheron because of her whole buffing, or what do you call it, debuff thingy. Did I already use? I used all my stuff. Okay. Well, you know what? Yeah, I just wanted to build him. Like, I just, this is funny because I just randomly started building him. He debuffs and bleed also counts. Cool. Check text. There may be something there. Okay. He works really well with Kafka. Oh my god! I really, yeah, I'm a big fan. I like him a lot. See, I can't tell if this is him texting me because, or like involving the story, or if he's texting me. Hold on. Hey, Lori, I'm Luca. Wait, I heard from Oleg that you fought in the Fight Club too. Are you free tonight? Come and watch my match. No problem. That's a promise. One thing though, something weird's happening lately in my matches. I kept going against fully armed vagrants and automatons. Can someone with weapons and missiles really count as a Fight Club fighter? Times have changed. It's diluting the Fight Club. Oh, we're really about to gatekeep the Fight Club. Honestly, I also want to mod my robot arm to fire missiles. But that just feels like I'm moving away from the original vision of the Fight Club. I give up. No use overthinking it. No matter how the opponent chooses to fight, I will win it. You can do it! Just remember to cheer for me. Okay, it was just like a daily text. Shit. Nice. If that's his story text, I think I got a story text from him. I don't know if, maybe I need to read that one. And maybe it'll pop up if I go to the next one. I'm trying it. I didn't get anything. Red hair, half up ponytail, blue eyes, sleeveless, fiery aesthetic. Is that his skill in ult builds stacks? Once you have enough stacks, his normal attack is enhanced. I think that has been my favorite companion mission. I really liked it. Right up there with Hooks for me. Yeah, Mystic. I feel the same exact way. I really loved his. I really loved Hooks too. Hooks was great. I'm like looking through the ones that I've done. Like so far, I genuinely like them all. But yeah, I think as of right now, definitely Luca and Hooks have been my favorite companion quests. Luca and Natasha's are 100% your top. Yeah, Natasha's was really good too, actually. That one was great. And send agents to get memories, whatever it takes. Well, yeah, no, I know that some of them, so my thing with the assigned paths by the game, is like I was saying, like my whole thing is that it was confusing for me because of them saying a character in the story follows a certain path, right? But then when you go to their character thingy, like here, it says Black Swan is supposed to follow Remembrance, but it says that she follows Nihility. Even if it makes sense, like as a new player, like I'm not arguing against that. What I'm saying is that like when it's said in the game or in a trailer that they are following this path and they're actually like not in the game, that's what's confusing. And I'm saying that as a newish player that didn't understand how this worked, and I was basically playing specifically, well, not specifically, but majority of my gameplay has been experiencing the story.
Discard your
so hopefully that makes sense. Do you play the main quest the day it drops, or just the next time you normally stream? I'm planning on playing the new quests pretty much the next day.
Memories seem to be different
like
again.
for instance, with 2.1, it came out on whatchamacallit. It came out Tuesday night for me, like late Tuesday night, and I played it on the following day, Wednesday. So that's how I plan to do new story quests. You still have to do all the Shanzo quests. One day I'll get there. For me, for Belobog, it's definitely Luca and Servals. I think you're right, and they definitely contradict themselves. Like in stories, some of them are very, this is their path, but it's actually their path. Like, why? Yeah. Like, I'm definitely not arguing that some of them some of them make sense. Like, that's totally fine. But like my whole thing initially was that, like, giving the example again of Sparkle's trailer of her saying, I am elation, and then looking in here, it says harmony. So I'm like, what does that mean? Can you follow two paths? That's basically my thought process. I usually binge it when it drops, so I'll be caught up when you're streaming. Yeah, like I try to save certain things, like if I know that some people are still experiencing a story. I will usually wait for certain games or certain things, but with Hoyoverse games, I don't wait. I do it as soon as I possibly can, because if I wait, there is a very high chance I'll get spoiled. So, if something is said to be blue and you look and it's red, you're going to go, what the fuck? Yeah, but now that it's been explained to me in this stream specifically, like, I now understand that there are, when they assign their paths, like in their whole character kit thing, that there are some characters where it is related to their actual backstory and their personality. Some characters, maybe it doesn't make sense, but it does seem like the way that they do it, that it is sometimes tied to their actual journey with their story. So even if they say in the game they follow something different, basically. I don't remember where it was said, or I might be dolching, but the playable path is about Aeon's blessing characters because they see something they like on that person, basically, no matter the path they follow. I don't know if this was said already. Yeah, I think some people said it. Because I think it was Pickle that was talking about, I think, Pathstriders? People don't give a fuck about spoil. Exactly. That's why with Hoyoverse stuff, I'm like, I can't really wait. I gotta go. People be like, oh, you don't know about this plot point 3 months before the story drop, you dummy. Yeah. Apparently people were saying that happened with the whole Firefly Sam reveal. We also just have to wait for more lore to drop about paths, just like we had to wait for more lore on how visions work in Genshin. Yeah. You're already dodging spoils for next patch? No, FaZe, what the heck? Oh my god. Okay, y'all, really quick before we continue on, we are actually moving on to the Shienzo companion quest now, which is really exciting. Oh my god, we made it through Bellabog, and it was great, and now we're going into the Shienzo. We have Fushuan on March 7th first. I'm so excited! So we're gonna do that one next, but I'm gonna take a quick 5-minute break before I continue on, just to get up and stretch and stuff. So y'all make sure to do the same. Get up, stretch, use the restroom. Do what you need to do, take some time to yourself, and we will continue when I get back. Fushuan, after Fushuan in March is Bailu. If anyone is ever wanting to know where I'm at with companion quest, !HSR quest, I am following a document. I'm going down the list. You can see which ones I've completed and which ones are coming up. So make sure to take a peek at that if you haven't already. Okay, we'll be right back.